For about 5 years, and when we started, it was let's be like every other agency because that's how you make money. And then really quickly, I realized, thanks to agencies like Strawberry Frog and Naked, that the agency is going through a seismic shift that requires a different type of thinking. And all these kind of things are cliche right now. However, the way we operate is truly very different, and it's in the sense of owning the whole process. And so we're a strategy agency. So what we do is we will, and for us, look and feel is part of that branding strategy as well. So what we do is we have our process. It's self-proprietary, like everybody else has their own. R2D2 is what it's called. It's research, refine, define, and develop. And so all that really means is we really get into the meat and potatoes of what the brand is about. Not the superfluous stuff that everybody kind of wants to hear about. It's what's the true raw message, because I think recently a lot of brands have lost their way. So we take that process, we output the idea, working alongside the marketing manager, the VP of marketing, whoever the stakeholder is who we're working with, will come up with the idea, and then either with the agency of record or we'll do it internally, we'll execute the idea. Now, part of what we do, which is a big kind of thing, it's a big distinguishing factor, is far too often a lot of these things are executed incorrectly, and well, let me just explain what I mean by that. Our belief is that in order for a marketing idea to really get some legs nowadays really quickly in the social media sphere that everyone's looking for, you have to attach yourself to pop culture, film, TV, fashion, music. If you look at every one of the major marketing campaigns that have affected sales correctly, and that's a big thing, affected sales correctly, they've had their kind of critical mass distribution through pop culture. However, in Canada, in the US, the pop culture channels are very limited and very restricted, and to go to the film fest and do an execution costs a ton of money, but you're not going to get the full brand that you want out there. So we created our own properties and we own them, and we tailor every idea to fit in with the event, not the event to tailor in with the idea. Imagine it was a marketing agency running Toronto Fashion. Imagine it was a marketing agency running Toronto Film Festival. Like, it would be insane, the marketing ideas that could happen. And it would be a lot less as well, because you're not looking at it from a I need to make money for the event kind of thing. So we own the Toronto Week of Style, we own a few pop culture blogs, we're huge on Twitter, isn't anybody? Everybody. We have everything vertically integrated, so when you come to us, we not only come up with the idea, we'll get the idea out there. So that's a pretty huge proposition. I don't know of any other agency that does it to this degree. People talk about owning blogs and maybe sort of kind of having a Twitter account that has maybe 2,500, it's click, 2,500 followers and that kind of stuff. It's not about that. It's about end-to-end distribution. You've got the idea, you distribute it, then you have the ROI to back it up. So that's kind of what we do. It's a lot more bigger than that. We start getting into modern marketing, which is one of our main pillars, influenced by Marshall McLuhan thinking. For those of you who are not aware, look up Marshall McLuhan and look up his thinking on the advertising world. He's the medium as the message guy. So you mix that thinking with the definition of modernism is people taking technology and outputting a new product themselves. And if you look at what social media is, that's exactly what it is. So we are in the age of modern marketing, and so all these things kind of drive the ideation, which drive to the events, which drive to ROI, which at the end of the day sell. And we've got the case studies to prove it. I mean, El Dorado Rum, we did a campaign with them for a couple of years, 400% the first year increase in sales, 250% the second year. We're launching a site right now for a couple of brands. Toronto Week of Style, we've gone from hundreds to thousands attending in 2 short years. Who else? Swatch Canada, we did a launch for their stores. It was the biggest retail opening ever, sort of thing. We've got not only the ideation, but we've got the case studies to back it up.